Hello and welcome to Cab Crew Wednesdays. Good evening, everybody. We
Yeah,
got Weathering with AJ and Dave from Crooked River Eastern. Welcome, everybody. So let's. Oh, here, wait a minute. Let me turn down my phone. Okay, so Dave, you want to read who's in the chat? Oh, Dave.
oh,
Okay, well,
oh no, what's happening? StreamYard crashed. I don't know if you can hear me, Daryl, but I cannot hear you. I know Dave left. I saw that.
okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, guess we're having some difficulties, people. Hold on. I
There
don't
we
know
go.
what's going. I don't know what's going on because I kind of went out too.
Mhm.
It has to be.
There you go. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
No, I think it was on my end because mine blipped too. So I don't know what's going on. So we might be having a problem with the internet connections. So again, everybody, good evening. Let me read who Curly expressed to White. He was in first today. Hello, Curly. Dave
Oh, is Daryl frozen on
No,
yours?
it seemed like he froze up again.
Yep.
we're having some technical difficulties.
Hmm.
Let's see. Peyton Taylor, John Scullykill, welcome. Stormy Sky Rail Productions. How are you? Already. Rick's Railroad. Hey, Rick. Rick down with Rick over the weekend. Mason Dixon, Curly Express, welcome. I don't know if anybody can hear me or not. First Syracuse Rail fan, Gus Hadley, McCurdy, Springford, Railfanning Productions. There you go.
Oh, Train Freak Fanning Productions. Isn't that Jason's new channel where he puts all of his all of his catches on?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, I've seen that. That was pretty cool. Oh, Daryl
Yeah,
left. I was probably gonna
yeah.
hotspot or something.
Curly's in here. Diesel Sparks. Hello.
Yeah. Hey,
Right there.
everybody.
He says he may not make it. I'm going way back up there. DES Media. Mom and Son Train Rail Fans. Dave BNS. Hello, everybody.
I don't know what happened. Hello, hello,
You're
everybody.
back.
I'm back.
Martin
Well,
Scheersma. I'm just trying to say hi to everybody.
now go ahead, Dave. Keep
Oh,
on
you're
going.
good. I think I got them all.
Oh, okay. Well, good evening, everybody. I don't know what our problem or what my end of the problem was, but I want to start off by saying welcome everybody and thank you for being here on Cab Crew Wednesdays. And so I first want to start off by saying that I am going to be actually not giving a shout out, but actually trying to help a fellow community person. It is Stormy Sky Rail Productions, and they've got they've got the they've got the subscribers, but they do not have the watch hours. So if everybody can jump on the bus to Stormy Sky Rail Productions and give them some love and give them some watch hours. Watch their playlist, watch their videos to help them get over that 4,000 hour watch hour, and that way they can get monetized. And I see Stormy Sky Rail Productions is here. Hello, and I really appreciate everybody if they can jump on the bus and do that. And again, Schuylkill River Valley put up their link. Thank you, John, very much. Thank you for being here. Um, so I just wanted to start out with that, and I'll do it again probably halfway down the show because not everybody shows up at the same time. So here we are, Cab Crew Wednesdays. Boy, does Wednesday come up real fast. I hope everybody
Yeah, it
is
does.
doing very well. And as we all are so busy, sometimes it's just hard to catch up on everything. And hello, Sparky. Hello, Burris. Syracuse Railfan Productions 440. Hello, welcome. And so, AJ, what are you going to be doing, buddy?
We're gonna be putting a bunch of graffiti on this. What is it? It's the Wyoming locomotive, Genesee
Okay.
locomotive. So we're
Very
just
good.
graffitiing this up, and that's really gonna be it. Cause I don't know if I'll be able to do much. Graffiti actually takes a long time, especially since I have to let the paints dry and stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll be doing that.
Yeah. Now, AJ's only going to be here for just before 6 o'clock because he's got to go to football. And and we hope you win.
Yeah.
Hey, Lehigh River Subdivision. Welcome. Hello, Ian. Trackside Mike. Hello. Plumber 33. Hello. Artie. Hello. Wigwag Workshop. Hello. So, why AJ's weathering on that? Dave, would you like to take over? Well, what you been up to, Dave?
Not much. I mean, you guys all know I was over with Anthony last weekend from Georgia Sunbelt and a bunch of the other guys. It was a great weekend. Other than that, really, I shouldn't say that. I did that, 2 weekends ago? Put a video out on all the different layouts, Ray, Joe, Bill, and John, as well as Anthony. A great time there. Anthony was a great host. Had a lot of fun. This last weekend, Sunday, like 3 days ago, whatever, I went to the Berea train show, great Berea train show. Found a few good deals there. Met up with Rick's Railroad and his wife, Lisa. So I hung out with them at the show, but in the morning we met for breakfast and I got to meet Anthony Dodge and his wife, Joyce. We had breakfast with those two. They went to the show Saturday, stayed overnight, headed back to Toledo that morning, but stopped and had breakfast with me and Rick and his wife and that. So it was a good day. It was a lot of fun. Pretty stormy sky. The train show was really good. I feel like the shows, I feel like they used to be bigger. You know, I think still a little bit of a lingering effect with the showstopper and everything, maybe. Scale Trains was there. They had a few things on display. They weren't really selling anything. I was able to see some of the models that I've pre-ordered and that, so that was kind of cool. A lot of good layouts running, some good deals, some not so good deals, but you know how train shows are. They have 4 buildings there that you can go in and out of, and I don't know. I feel like they were more full in the past, but here again, just glad to have train shows back this year, last year. It's a pretty big show in this area anyways. I was hoping to see some other guys there. I thought Wigwag might have been coming up. I didn't get to see him if he did. That's good. We had a good time. Other than that, not too much on the railroad, I haven't been feeling the layout lately. We got a little burned out, so I'm hoping to kind of get my mojo back on that stuff. It's kind of been off of YouTube a lot lately. I don't know. Just trying to get the last bit of summer that's left. Not even summer. I mean, we went right from summer to damn near winter. But, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I hear you, Dave.
About it. Nothing too exciting to report.
Hey, Lynn McCurdy. Good evening. Welcome.
Tonight's the first time I ran my trains in a long time. So, in fact, I'm trying to get one up and running now. But
did you get one up and running?
Yeah, it was, and then it stopped, and I have to figure out why.
Well, that's a start. That's a start, Dave.
I got a clean track. I still haven't bought that stuff to clean track with. And, like I said, I haven't been down here. I haven't done anything down here in a good 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Just haven't felt like it. I need to get going on it. I want to get that wood cut up that plywood cut up and get it out of my garage. Get the second level up and running.
So you've been cutting plywood?
I did cut some. I got
Okay.
some of the second level. The bench work was already there. I just had to cut the plywood. So I got like a stretch here by where I have those display cabinets. I got that cut. I still got to, get the rest of the second level to get it framed in and everything. What the plumber do? Somebody says plumber.
So Wigwag says, hopefully the garage is a little cooler this week, dear old Daryl. Actually, it is a little bit cooler, but my thermometer is still, it's hitting 98, 99, even though we've cooled down this week. Where I'm actually into fall, which is still hot in the daytimes here in Southern California. It still could reach up to 100 degrees, but the nightfall is definitely desert. The nightfall falls down to 65. I mean, and that's still not cold, but it is, Stephen, and thank you for asking. But I'm still wearing my construction breathe-through shirt, and I'm decided to put on a hat tonight to keep the sweat from dribbling from my forehead. So, I mean, I get what Dave is saying about not wanting to be out here, or not being, because it's just everybody's got, things, so that keeps them from doing so. Rail artists, good evening. And so, yeah. So, again, I just wanted to say to everybody, please check out Stormy Sky Rails. I know a lot of you do know. They've got a great rail fanning videos. And like I said, they have their subscribers, but they're really lacking on the watch hours. So please watch their playlists, their videos. And I believe Pappy from Try Googling put out a video today, and so did Boxcar Jerry. So, like I said, I will say it again, probably closer to the end of the video. So thank you again, John. Thank you so very much. So,
There's Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt.
Hey, Anthony. So now I got a question for you, Dave. So now, when you went over Anthony's house, I mean, how much did you guys play trains?
I mean, we probably every night we go down there and mess around. Most every night. Friday and Saturday were pretty much a lot of driving around. Well, he did all the driving, but we left early Friday, headed over to Yankee Dabbler in Jersey. We met up with Jerry, Boxcar Jerry. He came and met us at the store. Got one of his stickers.
Oh, cool.
He didn't go in the boat. He didn't go with us over the layouts or anything like that. But he was making some deliveries in the area, so he popped over and hung out with us there for, I don't know, about an hour or so. And then we went and did Ray's house in Baltimore, Joe's house in Baltimore. This was like a full day. We didn't get back to Anthony till probably 11 o'clock or pretty late. We were all day.
Yeah.
Then Saturday we got up and left pretty early, went over to Virginia, spent most of the day with those guys. Then it was college football night, so we watched some college football, watched some YouTube and that as well. Sunday, he put a decoder in one of his locomotives, and just hung out at the house and messed around with the layout. And same thing with Monday. I left real early Tuesday, so but it was good.
How long of a drive was that for you, Dave?
For me, it was 6.5, 7 hours, somewhere in that range.
Oh, wow.
Not too bad. And cool. Traffic was fine up until you got closer to DC. Then you get all that DC traffic. That's why I got up. I left this house about 4:30 on Tuesday morning, just because I wanted to beat all that traffic, And yeah, I stopped in Cranberry, Pennsylvania. There's a hobby shop there, Hobby Express. I stopped over there. See what kind of cool stuff they had. Ate lunch, had about an hour break there. I still got home probably about noonish or so. I was just beat. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Daughter's texting me. She's actually the one that got me to cut lumber, because I was cutting a shelf for her the other day, Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, yesterday. So I had the saws and everything out cutting that shelf for her. So That looks good, AJ. So it
No.
got my butt in gear to cut some of this plywood that I already had measurements and everything for. So I could thank her for that. She's texting me and asking me if she could come get the shelf on her way home from work. So
Yeah.
I won't be making Timonium this weekend just because, or next weekend it's my anniversary, so I won't be going there. Although I am trying to get the time off to go to Amherst in the end of January, so I would love to go to that. I've always heard good things about Amherst. I'd love to get out there. So that's my plan. So the wife's actually on board to go with me there. Make a long weekend out of it. Who's going to Timonium? I think Anthony's going. I think Joe Rader will be there. He's going to be at selling stuff at one of the booths. Don't know about Ray. I think Ray's going. That's all I know of. But I'm sure there's more guys, but that's all I know of.
Yeah. Hello, Ronald Renew. And somebody else
Cool,
just popped.
Anthony.
And then Corey. Good evening, Corey.
Yeah, Corey. What's I miss? Yapping. Plumber, hello. I don't know if I said hi to you. Waycross, Wigwag, Artie, Ronald. Hi, everyone. Anybody I didn't say hi to, hi. Apologize. Trackside Mike, Steve 87. Geez, a lot of people in here I didn't say hi to.
So Wigwag says, hopefully we can put together an Ohio meetup in January at the train show.
Yeah, that's the one in Columbus, Wigwag. Yeah, I'll probably go to that one. I think a couple weeks before Timonium, or not Timonium, Amherst. I'll probably go to that one.
Hey, Jason.
That's only a couple hours away. I can always go down and come back the same day, or just spend a quick night, overnight, you know.
Hello, Tom Zenas Training Layout. How you doing? Thank you and welcome. And I almost didn't recognize Jason's new channel. It kind of threw me off. The Train Freak Railfanning Productions.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, and of course, if a lot of people don't know, which I'm sure most of you do know, Jason has a second channel out there just for railfanning, and it's what you see up on the video. It's Train Freak Railfanning Productions, and he started a new railfanning video because he felt it was time to separate his layout and his railfanning videos and see how that works out. And so far, it looks like it's doing pretty good. So everybody, go please check out the Train Fan Railfanning Productions.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, Jason, if you're in the chat, what's up, man? You'll probably get your stuff by the week.
So, so Dave, were you cutting up wood in lieu of winter? So you get that done because you don't want to do it out in the cold snow, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Additional plywood for to cover the bench work up here on the second level that I have done. Like I said, I still got to frame in the one area. I think I've come to the conclusion I'm going to have some threaded rod in a couple areas for support. Areas I didn't really want to have it, but it's just going to be necessary. I don't know. I'd rather have the support and the sturdiness than to take a chance and have things get all messed up.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep it
Good
as
night, plumber.
inconspicuous as possible. But what are you going to do, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
The area here with the display cabinets and the climb attached, I mean, the brackets I have are pretty sturdy, but it's still spongy enough that I think I should put at least one or two threaded rod just to kind of make sure. Because, you know, when you get everything in there, you start having too much bow and too much, things like that happening. It's going to mess up the track and everything. And
yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to put
Good
it where
evening,
it's
Dr.
not
Gary.
in the way.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have it over here in the corner because I need to support whatever the lift gate or whatever lift out. So I gotta have it solid. I can't have it like all bouncy and stuff if we're gonna have a lift out section. So
Right.
it's just all things I have to figure out, and that's what's kind of slowing me down and holding me up. It's a lot of thought, and it's gonna take time, and I don't know. Plus, I don't want to make poor cuts and then waste plywood that's expensive, and so I'm trying to plan it properly, and that's what I mean. I'm just like not felt like messing with it really
Right.
for that reason.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Instead, I'm kind of like just sitting here, Anyways,
Yeah, no, you
it'll
want
get
to.
done. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
cut if it's cold. I can still cut. I'll cut in the garage, stuff like that. But
Okay.
I'm trying to get the garage cleaned out enough to fit the car in there for the winter. It's just a single car garage, so it's not big,
Yeah.
So, but I can always back the car out and cut in there. Or if there's no snow on the ground, it's not that big a deal. Just if it's
Yeah.
cold and windy, at least in the garage, it breaks some of that wind. It's not
Right.
insulated or anything, but at least it'll break the wind and keep it from being too freezing cold and all that, shit blowing
Right.
on you. Because it does get cold here. for sure.
AJ, someone from Australia is asking you a question. It says, question for AJ, is Sue his favorite girlfriend?
Yes.
Oh, how funny. I didn't see that until just now.
Hey, Jerry.
Here, let me make you big there, AJ. I didn't even see that until I saw it. There we go,
That
AJ.
looks good.
Yeah, no, that really does. Did you just do that, AJ?
Yeah, I just did this side right now.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Just
All
by
us
hand,
talking,
man.
yeah, all of us talking, and look what you've done already. Look what you've done to that beautiful locomotive.
Yeah. So, AJ, let me ask you this. Now, when you do your graffiti, obviously you're doing graffiti first here, but would you normally weather first and then do graffiti, or would you graffiti over the weather over top of the graffiti?
I would weather over graffiti.
Weather over? Okay. That actually makes sense. It would be
Yeah.
It would be faded too.
Like this. Here. This one's better. This is some of my better work.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, that looks really, really good. I mean, that looks like you actually spray canned it. I mean,
Yeah.
right from the can.
Yeah, that's crazy good, man. Crazy good work.
Yeah, that is. And of course, Georgia's Sunbelt Anthony says, if they break up, you'll have to redo it, AJ. If Sue breaks up with you, you'll have to redo it.
Well, this is not a tattoo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
At least.
For you baseball fans that are out there, Cleveland used to be the Indians, right? I had a patient today, and he had this big tattoo, like on the back of his shoulder, of Chief Wahoo, who was the Indians' mascot. He's like, so I wonder if the Indians are going to pay me to change that or remove that. These are the Guardians or some crap like that now, some ridiculous name. So, no side note, thinking about, having to change that. But yeah, I found it funny. Let's see who's got there, Jerry.
Good evening again, Jerry. Glad to see you in here, my friend. Let me see here. So now, I'm just kind of watching AJ just tag that car. It's just kind of amazing how he just goes right to it. There's kind there's kind of almost like no thought to it. He just looks and then writes it down.
Now, are you just doing that off the top of your head, AJ, or are you looking at a picture? I mean,
Oh, I'm doing this off the top of my head.
okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Even
I
better.
would overthink that so badly. It
Yeah.
would be terrible. Yeah, Jerry has a good question. Are a lot of locomotives being, I think it was Jerry that said, being graffiti these days? He said the only ones he's seen is in LA. I know Daryl's posted a video or two of those Union Pacific ones there. They're all
Right.
tagged up.
Yeah.
I've never really seen anything like you've shown, Daryl, here, anyways. I mean, maybe some small tags or something, but nothing like that.
Yeah, no. The consist that I film comes up from is actually stationed in Pomona, California,
Yeah.
and it goes south down through Chino, and sometimes I've seen it in Anaheim, but mostly Chino area, Chino, California. And where it sits in Pomona, it's pretty much open ground. There's really, I mean, it's just open to everything and anybody really. And yeah, no, I've never seen locals that type. I never even seen it. So that's why I started filming that contest. The only reason why I started filming is because it's too darn hot to be in my garage working on train layout.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something different. And then to my surprise, my Railfan videos have just kind of taken off. And I think that's the only reason why is just because some of the, most of the trains that I film in that area are all tagged up. So I wouldn't say it's an LA thing, but there are a lot other local consists that are tagged up. I just haven't got to them. Yeah, they're really tagged up. Wow, AJ, that's looking really, really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I gotta fix that white right now.
So again, AJ, what kind of pens are you using?
I'm using these right here. This Posca. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but that's the brand right there. Posca. You can just type that
Okay.
in to Posca paint markers, and you can buy this from anywhere. I bought mine's off of Amazon.
Cool.
What do you do to keep them from getting all clogged up? Any ones I've ever had, I've never been able to keep them from getting clogged up on me, and then they get like a big splotch when you finally get them to break loose. You do anything special with them?
No, I usually just kind of take them out and paint with them. I don't really have like a cleaning kit or anything. Or if it gets like clogged up, I'll get like a paper and I'll just start scribbling all over it until it all comes out, and then it'll work just like new.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Hello,
guess maybe
Sean
I just.
Pacific. Good evening, Sean Pacific Railroad. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, but the ones that are over here in Bakersfield, they're really, really tagged up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Let me see. You guys have any recommendations of what I could put on this car?
Well, you already got your girlfriend's name on there, so I think that's good enough.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Gosh, AJ, I mean, you can go nuts. I mean, you can go nuts with something like that. I mean, then that looks good just the way it is, really, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
the other side is just absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, as far as a tag, I mean, we all see a lot of tagging on boxcars, but not so much on the engines.
Yeah, I think I'm done with that side then, because I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that your locomotive, or you're doing this for somebody?
I'm doing this for my friend Shay. I don't think you guys remember him, but he used to come into the live stream sometimes.
You want from South Carolina or something?
No, he lives over here with me in Bakersfield.
Oh.
So, AJ, Dave from BNSFN Scale says, if I sent a hopper in pictures, could AJ duplicate the tags?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people will send duplicates and pictures with with like rail cars, locomotives. Yeah, I can do all that.
Oh, there you go, AJ. Jason's saying tag it, put a freak tag on there.
A freak tag.
Yeah, just freak.
All right.
There was an input from Jason.
Thank you, Jason. I can't wait for you to get your stuff, dude. I really can't.
You're welcome, Sean Pacific. Thank you for being here. So you're gonna do the freak on there?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Jason.
Now you got to buy it, Jason.
And we are done with that side.
Cool.
Yeah. So now what we can do.
Very colorful.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually they don't just use like black and white. Not like the other one I showed you, but they use a lot of different colors. Like I have a lot of them right here. So here's
Okay,
another.
so AJ, Jason says, let AJ know it came today. Video of them this Sunday.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. All right. I'll probably call you after the live stream then. Or like when I'm in the car on my way to football or something.
So Jason says, hey, everyone, you're watching TV tonight while detailing some rolling stock. All right. And Anthony says, hopefully Sue doesn't see and thinks she's being a freak.
These are all metal handrails on
Hey,
this.
Anthony got jokes tonight, man.
Yeah, Anthony's on fire tonight. Hello, Joe Rader.
Hey, Joe.
Hello, Joe.
So as soon as AJ's done weathering, I'll go ahead and put up a link in the chat if anybody wants to come up and join, maybe show what they got, maybe, you know, we'll go from there. Hey, Possum Bayou, welcome. Thank you for stepping in.
Hey,
Thank you for
Rusty.
being here.
There we go. That one's...
So Dave, I mean, I think we all go through times where you're just not feeling a hobby, and it doesn't have to be trains. It could be anything. And
Yeah.
you know, and sometimes for me, it's that beautiful, gorgeous marine coral reef that I got in my living room. And fortunately enough, I have a computer to set the right chemistry right. But sometimes I get so lazy, I don't clean the front of the glass. And that's the point of me with that hobby. Sometimes I just get bored with it. I'm not into it. And it's almost to the point where you can't see it, you know? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I understand, and, you know, but I do have to feed my fish, you know? So,
Yeah. That hobby's a little
Right.
more important than this.
Well, yeah.
As far as that goes, you got their lives in your hands, you know.
Well, yeah, exactly. And, you know, I've always said, you know, what's really strange is I don't have a generator for the house just in case the power goes out, but I have a generator for that. Because, you know, it's living, breathing creatures in there, and they can only sustain for maybe an hour or so.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I mean, I can only imagine everybody on the southwest coast Florida, just the devastation. I mean, I still watch and see recovery going on out there, and it is just amazing what that hurricane has done. And that's why I say, hands down, I'll take an earthquake any day over a hurricane like that, any day. That is just total devastation.
That is terrible.
It was horrible.
Thoughts still go out to those guys. Hope everybody's doing okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know Jim did a video. Jim Tedesco was okay. He didn't have too much damage. I think Tom was pretty well. Tom Strange and Things made it pretty well. I don't know about a lot of the other guys. But we have friends who live down near like Sarasota in that area. They had some damage, but nothing like really bad or anything.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of down like branches. I think a couple of sections of their fence blew over, but nothing to speak of compared to like Fort Myers and that.
Yeah.
Because it was Fort Myers, they got hit really bad.
So Sean Pacific Railroad says, I have a UPN scale SD35 locomotive. I think I might try graffiti on it since AJ's looks awesome.
Thank you. Drawing a little mad scientist right here.
Possum Bio says, I just set up a freshwater tank in the last few weeks. Congratulations. Freshwater tanks are very beautiful too. Everybody, AJ, everybody says, look, Trackside Mike, AJ, is that Daryl? Your drawing? Hardy said this. Hardy said the same thing.
I don't know. Does that look like Daryl?
No, I think that actually looks like Trackside Mike, actually. Yeah, I think that looks like Mike. Yeah. Well, then Mike says, or it's Dave.
Yeah, it could be me.
Earl, they're saying it's you, so I'm going to put your yellow construction shirt on.
Right. Hi, Split Rock. Welcome, Thomas. So Rick, that's a good one. You should draw the Mad Shredder. That would definitely be me.
The Mad Shredder?
The Mad Shredder.
Oh, the Mad Shredder. That's funny.
Thomas says needs a baseball cap.
Understandable.
And then Trackside Mike says, yeah, could be right. Except for if it's going to be Trackside Mike, we need a, yeah, you can either do his hair in blonde or put a West End on the top of his hairline.
Yeah.
So who is that really, AJ?
I don't know. Honestly,
okay.
If you look in my math journal or something, you see like a bunch of people that I just draw. I drew my math teacher in class. It was crazy.
It's just amazing, AJ, how you just go for it. You just kind of, and that's an artist for you right there.
Thank you.
So now, are you gonna like highlight that or anything like that, or
highlight it with like add color and stuff?
Yeah, kind of. I just kind of wonder. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, probably not. We'll see.
Okay.
Because I need to let it dry too first. So.
Yeah. No, that looks good, AJ.
Yeah, I'll definitely color in more of the yellow. Some of the paints I have, it's just.
Oh, I just saw the yellow on there. You are drawing me, AJ. You're just not telling me.
I am.
I don't have spiky hair like that, though. Hello, PK&W Model Works. Good evening. Yeah, AJ, it's just amazing how you just go for it, and it's just amazing.
Thanks.
Now we're coming up on 41 minutes, bud, so you don't want to be late for your football practice.
I know. Honestly, they didn't tell me anything yet, so I don't even know if I'll go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last time I didn't go because no one else went. They have there are only like 3 people there, and my parents said it's just a waste of time. So I definitely agree. But we'll see what happens.
Well, we like watching you watch you work.
Thank you.
So Steve 87 says it would be funny if AJ did the graffiti on the real thing, but in HO scale. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Isn't like graffitiing like illegal though? Like on
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah. It is. I mean, can anybody say in the chat? I mean, does anybody know the penalties or fines for being caught for graffitiing? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
because
they don't. Maybe they really don't care because maybe it keeps up some of the older rust buckets. It keeps them in check. I don't know,
yeah.
but I mean, I would think. So Jason says illegal only if you get caught. Vandalism. There you go.
Yeah, that's about right.
Wigwag says life in prison.
Yeah.
You
Like
guys,
it.
Yeah, it's been a good run, AJ.
Thank you. Let me see.
oh man, yeah, that would make sense. Federal time.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just kidding. No,
Wow.
I do post a video with a guy in a mask doing some art on a car. Don't think it's me, guys. Don't think it's me.
And Artie says here 5 years gel and clean the mess. Wow, really?
Let me see.
And Anthony says misdemeanor, destruction of private property. Yep. And then Sean Pacific Railroad says vandalism. Each town city has different probation laws. Yeah, that would be the same for if you're. That totally makes sense. That totally makes sense.
Yeah, most definitely.
And then Bob from PK, it's a crime for sure, but HO scale on real trains would probably get a laugh instead of a sentence. Yeah. And exactly, Stephen. Exactly. Unless it's good, then it's art. And that's what I see a lot of. I see a lot of art. Welcome, Georgia, Florida Railroad Dog. One of the companies I shred for here in Southern California, they provide BNSF with workers and rail crews and whatever their service is. So they're an outside source for BNSF. I don't shred for BNSF, but when I walked in their building, I saw something that was actually exactly what Bob said from PKNW Model Works. Their walls were filled with pictures of graffiti of boxcars, but they put them in really nice orders. They put them on the walls like they were art. And I'd never seen anything like that. And I was really taken by it. It was really, really cool to see. So yeah, it's considered art. It could be. So
And then I know that you could like if let's say a gas station, right, and you want to do graffiti on the wall at a gas station, and you ask the owner could give you permission, and you could do it without getting caught. I know that for a fact that you can do that for like stores and stuff too, like what's it called? It's called
Like a mural?
yeah.
hey, Derek Alexander, welcome. Good to
You go.
see you.
Hey, Derek.
I got to say that color, that like baby blue color, that really does show up. I mean, it really stands out.
Thank you. Sir, I'm kind of quiet. I'm just been doing a lot of thinking. Also very tired.
Stormy Sky Rail Production says we have a friend who photographs graffiti and sells the photos as art. Exactly. And that's what I see in this place that services BNSF. I've never seen it before. So, and actually, I think that would be a pretty good gig for somebody who's got really great camera, and you could actually sell that. I believe you can sell it and make a small change off of it.
Yeah, most definitely.
So George says, I charge burglary, criminal mischief, and destruction of property. Yeah, and speaking of George did a really nice video this last week. He had taken a boxcar, and I'm trying to think now. George, if I'm not mistaken, you made it into like a beer car. Please put it in the comment. I can't remember, but he did it. George did a really, really great job on this boxcar. Just amazing the skills that George has.
Anthony, or is it another George?
FL Florida Railroad Dog George.
Oh.
So Bob says again, likely trespassing on railroad or property. So yeah. Okay, there it is. I wasn't too sure. He made it into a Tropicana car. That's right. Yeah. He did a really, really great job on it. I'm just amazed. So let's see here. Rick's Railroad says my wife was taking a picture of the NS 911 engine when it was new, and the bull was going to give her a ticket soon as she stepped on the railroad property. That's amazing. Just absolutely amazing how some people could really be. And there's a lot of guys out there that just don't like guys, filming them, period. They just don't.
Yeah.
So Bob says many graffiti artists claim copyright in their work. Controversial if it was created as a criminal act, but there is a case lawsuit on it going both ways. Wow. Huh. I can actually see that happening here in California, actually. So John put up, Schuylkill River Valley put up George's link. Thank you again, John. Thank you very much.
And there we go. That's the end of this card.
Wow, AJ.
And you see the pattern right here? The little
Mhm.
pattern with the TSM? That's on one of our local locomotives.
Really?
I might do that. Yeah, because Shay comes around and he sometimes takes videos, or sometimes he'll just watch the trains pass by, like when on his lunch break or something. But I see this every single day. Cause at school, the train tracks are right next to us, so I see this one all the time. It's pretty cool.
Very cool.
Huh. Very good, AJ. Wow, it's just amazing. And all that in less than 40 minutes. You're just now are you gonna weather that locomotive as well?
Yeah, probably next Wednesday I'll weather this one for you guys, and then
Okay,
it will be
cool.
done. All right, well, we're done with this one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go see if I'm gonna go to football practice or not. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Then just stay live.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take you down. I mean, I'm not going to take you out of the stream, but unless you say you're leaving. Okay. Okay, AJ.
Sorry. Sorry.
No. What I'm saying, AJ, are you leaving, or you're just going to go see if you're going to football practice?
I'm gonna go see if I'm going to football practice.
Okay, I'm going to take you. I'm going to make you. I'm going to put all this. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to push invite, and if anybody wants to come up and maybe talk about their layout, what they have. We're about an hour into the show, so. So what else is going on, Dave?
Nothing really. Nothing, honestly. Put a couple of trucks and put them together, the mirrors and stuff on them. Wanted to show, you know.
So what did you buy at the Ohio show?
But a couple of like background kits, building kits. I found some 20-foot kits. You can't really see them. These are container trailers.
Oh yeah.
Lanterns. Got 4 of those. I was selling them. 2 buildings. That's about it, really. Background buildings.
Let me
Couple trucks. But nothing much, really.
Here, let me bring up.
Problem is, I don't really know what I need right now.
All right, I'm back, guys. I'm back. So I am gonna go to football practice, which means I gotta get ready in 9 minutes.
Okay.
So,
All right, AJ. Hello, Thomas.
Good evening.
hello, Thomas, and bye, Thomas, because I'm actually out of here. I'll see you guys later in the next one. If I come back early, I'll probably join if you guys are still live.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me show my work again. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, AJ.
Thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah, no,
You did
really.
a great
AJ.
job.
Yeah. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I heard there's been a lot of serious injuries in football lately in the high school levels.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was like, I think, 2 deaths in New Jersey from football practice and stuff.
So Derek Alexander says, derail Daryl, nowadays they might charge you with terrorism because it's transportation, but it depends on how you vote. Laugh out loud. Yeah, no, I hear you there, Derek.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, you never know what they're going to do with you if they catch you.
yeah, no, you just you never know. Yeah, you just never know.
Yeah, they
And,
used to show it on TV in a lot of the police shows that were on TV where they would catch the kids spray painting on the walls and stuff like that.
yeah. Well, actually, I've been wanting to take a picture down the street from my business. There is actually a mural that was spray painted, tagged, and no one has. I mean, it's. I just got to take a picture of it, and it's actually beautiful, and it's a work of art. And I've just yet to stop and take a picture of it. But
Yeah, I've seen stuff on bridges, you know, and I wonder how the heck they get up there to do that stuff. You know, it's amazing how they do that.
right,
Something like these auto racks and stuff, you see where the whole thing is painted top to bottom.
yeah,
Yeah, but they got to be standing still, right? But and that's ground level almost. But a bridge is elevated off the river and stuff like that. It's amazing how they do that stuff. It's
Hey,
unbelievable.
Mystic Railroad. Howdy, howdy, double barrel Daryl, and all you rambunctious rascals. Nice to see you in here, John.
How's things in Rhode Island?
Yeah, that's right. How are things in Rhode Island, Mystic? So there's an interesting conversation going on in the chat about airplanes. Let me get Anthony up.
Airplanes. What's going on with airplanes?
Okay. There we go. Hold on there, Anthony.
Let's see.
There you go, Anthony. I was having a little problem there.
Okay.
So Steve 87 says, just remember, if you are flying a drone, go with Artie. Then you can hand him the controls if the police shows up. Hey, Anthony.
Hey, am I unmuted?
No, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
So since you're up, Anthony, give us tell us about your experience having Dave sleep over.
Yep. He's very quiet. Didn't know he was here.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Dave,
Not
is
causing any
that
trouble.
When he says he loves his coffee, he's not lying. He does love coffee.
Yeah. Oh, I got to try that pecan coffee too.
Yeah.
And Anthony always raves about it. It was really good.
Yep.
awesome? Hey, John, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. That's good. So
And,
when I asked Dave, did you guys do much Railfanning on your layout? And he says, yeah, you guys did.
yeah, we
So let me
were
ask-
down there Sunday afternoon and a lot on Monday,
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, because we were gone pretty much, the whole time, up at Yankee Dabbler and in Baltimore with Joe and Ray, and then Saturday with John Arthur and Bill. So didn't do much those 2 days. So we did put a decoder in my Loco, which I got to get it reprogrammed. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I mean, not when I say got to get the decoder reprogrammed, it works. It just got a crazy horn and a crazy sound to it. It sounds like the horn sounds like it's one of those Locos you've ever seen any of those Indian railways and that little sick sounding horn they have. That's what it sounded like.
Huh.
And the engine sound almost comes off like more like a semi tractor trailer truck than a real diesel.
Yeah, it was weird, man.
Yeah, it's weird. So
What type of decoder is
so what, Thomas?
with the
Oh, it's an ESU, and it was supposedly programmed with an EMD 645, but I don't think Yankee Dabbler didn't get it done right. So
Well, don't they?
Yeah.
They allow you to download different sounds for engines on most of the decoders.
well,
Yeah,
I think you have to buy the ESU stuff.
yeah,
You have to buy the software to do that.
yeah.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. I'll see if I do it or not. But
But in the decoder, they must have different, like bells and whistles that you can change it to. Already built into it.
I haven't looked that deep into it yet, because it was just supposed to come. It was supposed to come across as a 645, originally. So I haven't looked into it.
Yeah, because if you get the decoder manual, it'll show you what all the CV values are, and you can go in there and change them.
So I thought we were kind of looking at that. Weren't we, Dave? Didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything where it had anything extra built
Where you
in.
can change. Yeah, where you can change it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Some-
But I mean, I know like when you get one, like say from Scale Trains, they do have different horns and stuff you could change it
Yeah.
to. But I think to really reprogram those, you need an ESU Locomotive programmer.
Hey, I want to ask Joe if he's still in the chat. Joe Rader, hopefully you're still in the chat. This kit right here.
Here, let me make you big, Anthony.
This City Classics kit right here. Let me take. It's too much glare. There we go. Is that better? There you go. The City Classics kit. Where did you get the interior from that you have in yours? That's what I want to know. I've started building this kit, and I've started painting the stripes on it, but I hadn't finished. Quite a bit of masking, so it's pretty fun kit to mess around with. So
yeah, I have that same diner.
Yeah, Joe says yep. So Joe's still here. So
Yeah. So where did you get the interior from? It like you have in yours. That's what I want to know.
okay. All right.
But so see, I started that on my layout. Like I said in my overview, I jump around a lot, and I don't know if Dave remembers that area. Remember the area I told you I was thinking about cutting out, putting the deck girder bridge in? That
Yeah.
where that worked well. I didn't do that, so I actually scratch built a like a oh, what do you call those things? Not gutters. I don't want to call them gutters. Um, where the water comes to. What do you call those things? I'm losing my train of thought here.
Oh, the
um,
culverts?
Covers. Yeah, I scratch built like a cement bridge culvert thing and put it up there, and it looks like it looks like a giant culvert with a cement side to it. So I probably show that in an update, which probably won't happen for a couple of weeks because in the morning I'm going to Georgia, so and then I'll be in the next weekend I'll be in Timonium, so won't get much done over the next week and a half.
So I'm sure you saw that Joe Rayer says I will have to look, Anthony, and let you know.
Okay, just send me an email, Joe. I think you have my email.
McCoy 79 Productions says, "Hey, you guys. Hey, welcome, and thank you for being here. And if you would, McCoy, let us know where you're chatting from." And then we've got Mill Valley Subdivision Model Railroad. Hey, everyone. Kids are almost asleep, so finally able to hop on and chat. Cool. We'll be here. So
Cool.
take care of family first.
Nice work on the pavement. I just watched your video on the auto plant. Thanks for giving me nightmares.
Anthony,
He
you
used
just
a bunch of, when he was gluing down his foam in that area, he used a bunch of his wife's old nursing school books. And I think I have a tub of those books hanging around somewhere. So it gave me like nightmares remembering back to nursing school.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. I never want to do that again. I never do it again. That'd be too soon.
Yeah, that auto plant he scratch built was pretty cool. Nice.
Yeah, he did a nice job on that.
You're just going to ask me something, Daryl?
Yeah, I was going to ask, did you put out a video just like today, or?
Oh, no, I didn't put a video out.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No, I said I probably won't get a video out on that thing probably till after Timonium because tomorrow morning I'm going to Georgia, and then I won't be back till the end of next week. Then I'll be in Timonium the following weekend. So
yeah. No, it's like I was telling Dave. I mean, you just everything's been really busy for me, and then I'm super busy this weekend. I'm going to a funeral, and then I got a big event Sunday. So and I totally get it. And we're kind of talking about it doesn't have to be model railroading. It could be any hobby. And like I said, when I let my marine aquarium go with my corals, luckily I've got a computer that takes and doses everything, the calcium and all that good stuff in there, and I don't really have to worry about it. But by me not taking care of it is not cleaning the glass. And sometimes I just don't have the energy, and sometimes I get bored with it. But when I clean the glass, it's like looking at a beautiful painting. So hello, Heath.
Hi, Heath.
So
Howdy.
So So last night I was watching. Trying to think of that guy. Hey, Pappy, try Googling. How you doing, buddy? I was watching this show last night. It starts at 8 o'clock. You know, it's the guy that takes really a long time to unbox stuff. Who is that? I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, there it is. Human City Junction. Yeah, you know, I just caught the end of it, and he reminded me that Second Junction podcast was coming on at 9 o'clock, and of course, you know, I've never seen Heath say and go, okay, guys, I'm only going to be here an hour. I got to get off. I'm going to go watch. And I didn't really catch, but I knew where he was going. And Steven was in there. Wigwag was in there. Rail Artist was in there. It was, he had, on the second podcast, can't say the guy's name. I watch him occasionally, but he had Boomer in there. And, yeah, I think it was one of the first times actually Boomer really actually showed his face on live camera. And there was a lot of people in that chat room. So it was kind of interesting. So I know I enjoyed it, but I didn't stay. I think I stayed for like the first hour and that was about it. But I don't know, Heath, did you enjoy that second podcast?
Sorry, I missed that.
Thanks,
It would
Joe.
have been nice to see him on there.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, I got caught up in here. Okay, John. Okay, am I still saying it wrong?
It went away.
Am I saying it wrong?
Yeah,
I don't know how I say it. Try Googling. Is that not correct? Or is it just funny the way I say it because I'm in California?
just try goggling.
Oh, okay.
God.
All right. There you go. That's okay. Well,
That's how I say it, anyways. I don't know. I could be wrong.
that must be a California thing. So here's Heath. He said I did enjoy second section. I think they are doing a good job bringing people together. And exactly what we do here on Cab Crew Wednesdays, Heath. That's why you're here, because we bring the community together, brother.
There.
So Thomas, you've been quiet. What's been going on with Thomas Grassi?
Oh, I've been listening.
Well,
A trait that I don't do well often.
Tell us what you've been working on your layout this week.
This week I am doing a Walters kit of the Refinery, and I'm still on page 1.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And this is what page 1 looks like.
Okay, let me bring you up. Let me bring you up.
So are you guys like disappeared for about 10, 15 seconds there? So is it your Wi-Fi internet or is it mine?
Must be yours. I see everybody, and I see you, Anthony.
In the
No,
beginning,
now, but I'm
Anthony,
saying, yeah, between the time right before you started showing that, Thomas, it's when you came back. But it was like you guys just totally disappeared. And I got Wi-Fi TV, and it didn't go away, so I figured it must have been on your end.
Yeah, so that was
Mystic is teaching me English here.
right.
So, Thomas, bring that back up, because I don't know. I here, bring that back up, because let me hide the comment so I can see exactly. Now, what does this do?
This is the first page of the Refinery building. And
Oh, okay.
they're all the platforms. There's 15 of them, and I got like 6 of them done. But it's brass. And I'll show you the brass.
So this is what Joe says, Thomas. Tom, put them all together, then paint them, all the platforms.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do. It's brass, and it takes a while to get all these things off. You know, I got a flat blade, one of these things, and
Okay.
that's what you cut the brass with. And it takes a
Hey,
time.
Grandpa Rails, JD,
I
welcome.
put the brass on a piece of wood, and then I can press down on it.
Oh, okay.
You know, that way it'll come off. And
Yeah.
And then you have to use super glue, and that gets all over my fingers. And I hate wearing gloves to you know, I like to use my fingers freely, but sometimes I get it on there and my finger sticks together and the piece sticks onto the finger,
Okay.
you know, so it takes time.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right. Can one of my moderators take care of that, please? The chat 69.
yeah, I got
You don't want that in there?
Well, I want to talk to the chat. I don't want to get on that.
what the heck
Hey,
is that?
Dave.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome. Okay. Let me see if I
Cool.
can get
Somebody
in
already
there.
got to it.
Holy macaroni.
Yeah, that was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
that was.
Yeah, you know how many I have the app Hangout or the WhatsApp app on my phone, and it got hacked like 3 times already, and I had to remove it and redo it all. It's a pain in the neck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all these scammers out there and the internet and everything, it's ridiculous. They don't got nothing better to do but to bother people.
Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. What's going on, Dave?
Oh, not much. Work like usual.
Hello, John Beniki. Good evening.
Getting this thing back out so I can start back working on it.
Here, let me bring you up so we can see the beautiful work that you're doing. Let me take down the comment. There we go. Oops.
Very
Okay.
nice. Very nice.
What is
Now,
that going to be?
It's a
Yeah.
barn. It's a barn.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
wow.
What scale is that?
HO.
HO?
Yep.
That's a big barn.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a pretty big barn.
So where's all the people raising the barn?
They went out for lunch.
Now, Dave, is that a laser cut?
No.
Or-
This is all scratch built.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So you cut all those wood pieces by hand?
Yes.
And wow.
And trimmed them.
Get the angles right and everything, and the notches
Yep.
for the beams. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is a lot of work. Wow.
So what are you gonna put on the roof? What are you gonna make the roof out of?
I'm thinking metal.
Yeah, they use tin roofs too.
Yeah.
Like a lot of barns. Yeah.
Yeah, tin roof. Then the sides, I'm board and batten.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually I was deciding on building this, and I found pictures of it, and I kind of liked it. And I got it, and I did some research, and I actually found the blueprints online.
Hi, Low
So-
Country Railroad. Good evening. Welcome. And David Z to G. Welcome. So what are the sides going to be? I mean,
It'll be the walls, the outside, the exterior
yeah,
walls
the outside.
will be board and batten.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let me bring the panel back up.
So is that balsa wood or is that a special wood you're using?
That is basswood.
That's what,
So it's a little bit harder than balsa.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's It's all strip wood from I think it's Northeastern Lumber Company.
You can cut it with a razor knife.
Yeah, you can cut it with a razor blade.
Yeah.
I've got the chopper, single edge razor blade, and then cut a little bit longer. And then I've also got their sanding. So then I
So
just get.
I've got a question. I've got a question for the panel and along with the chat. So everybody builds their tables different. And my question is what do you think works better? Foam or plywood? I mean, because for me, I've done it both ways. I've even used corridor. So in my construction, I've got corridors. I've got just flat out foam in 2x4 squares. And then the other part of my layout is plywood. So what I'm asking everybody, what do they use to construct their layout and what do they think is better? Because foam has been seen the last few years. Everybody seems to be using foam. So if anybody can put it out there, what they use, panel.
I use plywood base and then foam on top.
I just did El Gordo bench work with plywood.
Just with plywood.
Mm-hmm.
No foam.
Only place I have foam. I don't have foam as the base, but I do have some foam areas that I'm building up to like make like little gullies and stuff like that. But that's about it.
Okay. So Steve says depends on what you can afford and what you are going to do. That is very true. Trackside Mike says I use both.
My benchwork's plywood, but then my road bed's going to be Homosoap.
Okay.
They still make Homosoap. Man, I used that back in the 80s.
Yep, they still make it.
Yeah, that's gray stuff, right? Is it
Yep.
gray? Yeah.
Gray fiberboard.
So what do you use to cut it with? Because I heard it makes a big mess.
It does. I can actually know because the club that I belonged to, they had done the exact same thing. So they had a lumber mill that cut it all for them. And at the same time, I got some cut at the same time.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it is a mess.
Wow, there's a lot of great ways that everybody's doing it. Dark says I always did plywood and cork, but now I'm thinking of some foam on top of plywood because it's much easier to make depressions in foam. Yeah, that is very true.
Yep, I'll probably do that next time myself if I ever do another one.
With the size of the layout, difference in your decision. No, it doesn't. No, I don't think it would make a. I don't think it makes a difference. But it's interesting all the different types and types of. I'm seeing mostly plywood, but I'm seeing a lot of foam over plywood, which I have done. And then John says, I found free wood today for my new layout. That's even better. All right, guys. Here's where the story gets interesting. We got this guy that's on the other side of the world. Should we let him in?
Well, he can take my spot because I need to go get myself together. I got an early rise in the morning.
Thank you, Anthony, for being on here. Welcome, Marty.
So you guys have
trip, buddy.
Hey guys, how are we
you
all?
guys have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Hey, Anthony, you didn't have to go. I don't smell that bad. I had my shower this morning.
I got a 10-hour drive in the morning, so Ooh.
Yeah, I
So
hear
that's
you.
is that to get to the front letterbox?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night,
Yeah.
Anthony.
Take
Good
care.
about it.
Bye.
So Pappy says plywood with foam. I'm always leaning on my layout. So if I just do foam, I just write through it. Yeah, I see that on the way I do it. So
With just foam, then you can't screw anything underneath, like circuit boards, and
right.
turnout machines and stuff like that. You wouldn't be able to do that. That's why I put plywood down, half inch. I use half-inch plywood, and then an inch foam on top of it. Makes it a lot easier. Plus, the foam helps the sound too.
Yeah. Yeah. No, really, to be honest with you, I don't really see a difference in sound in all three designs that I did. I don't see a difference in any of it.
Well, when I had just straight plywood on top of straight plywood, it was a lot noisier than what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um,
But then I only had a real thin piece of green felt paper to make the grass. That was, back in the 60s and 70s. I used to do that. The only, like Jason said, though, it's hard to put the track down on top of foam. You have to glue it most places. It makes a mess to get it off sometimes, but I have a way of getting mine off pretty easy. So
now, like I said, I have three different ways that I'm doing it. One side of my layout, it's corridor. Okay. And I will say it's great if you just want to use that one corridor, but trying to get them straight and lined up is another thing. Plus, using corridor, just per se, because I used it. I will never use it unless I'm doing it on a smaller scale. When you go to drill in to put your feeder wires in, and I actually put foam on top of my corridor too. So you've got about 2 inches there. When you go through the corridor and you drill through it and you try to put your feeder wires through it, good luck. Usually what I have to do is I have to go on the bottom of that corridor and I have to drill a larger hole. So when I put the feeder wire through, so I don't think I'll ever use hollow corridor again, unless it's just the corridor itself.
I put straws in mine. After I drill a hole, I put a straw in through the hole.
Oh,
and
well,
then
that's a really well. Okay.
I've gotten these stir straws. They're real small for small wires.
Oh,
and
that's a really good idea.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I didn't even think about that. Well, there you go.
Foam, the foam does the same thing when you drill through the foam. The wires foam.
Yes.
Huh. I didn't even think about that. See, so there you go. I always say you learn something new every day, and I just learned something new. I didn't even think about that, Thomas. You're absolutely right. Wow. Okay, then there you go. When you're using a corridor and you got foam on top of it, like Thomas Grassi said, just grab some small stir, and when you drill it, just stick it right through, and then you're good. Wow.
Yeah, I just cut it off to the size I need. Then the wire slides right through.
Yeah. Cool.
Like all the signals are that way. Because those wires are so small.
Yeah.
On the signal masks, and when you try to feed them through a hole, they all get stuck, and you can't get all 4 wires through. So I put straws in every one of them, and then they slide right down. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, that just totally makes sense to me. That's pretty cool. Right on.
Now that's my tip for today.
Cool. And then whose phone keeps dinging?
That was mine's in the other room. Not my
Was
phone.
that you dinging there, Artie?
No, not my
No,
phone.
mine was. I was getting
Yeah, not me this time. You can't blame me for it this time. My phone's in the other room and I can't hear it, so yeah. Now I find it the best way to do it is just make a wooden frame and use plywood and work up from your plywood. But as Thomas says, when it comes to putting switch motors and other items underneath it, you've got something solid to screw into.
Right.
The foam, it gives way, and foam will actually lose its density over time as well.
Right.
So whatever you put in there, it's going to come loose.
Exactly.
And so I use plywood majority of the time, and you can shop around. There's different types of ply, from cheap to expensive. I've gone to the thinner ply here because it's a lot cheaper than the plywood that you guys are using. You guys using the plywood there that is, I think, using structural ply.
Yeah. Bye, Sean. Thank you
Hey,
for
Sean.
being here. Good night, Joe.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off too.
Oh,
Okay,
Talk to you
Dave.
guys. I'll see you guys in the morning if you guys are up.
That's right, you guys. Make sure Crooked
Oh, that's right.
River Dave. Go ahead, Dave. Let everybody know.
Yeah,
We-
9 o'clock tomorrow morning if you guys are up. I'll catch you then.
Cool.
Have some coffee.
Cool.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see you
know.
tomorrow, Dave.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay,
I'll see
good
if
night.
I'll be on tonight as long as I've got power. So
Okay.
we're getting smashed over here with bad weather.
Oh man, you guys ever have any good weather over
Yeah, we will next year.
there? You always have bad weather.
We've
Oh,
had
we've been
Good
five,
night, JD.
we've had 5 days of straight rain here in New Jersey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that Hurricane Ian came up and was sitting off the coast of New Jersey for about 5 days. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At least we didn't get it
Yeah, I
as
bet.
bad as people down there in the south.
All right, well, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Okay, yeah,
Bye.
Dave. We'll
Later.
see you tomorrow morning.
Bye,
All
Dave.
right, Dave.
So, Thomas, you were getting on. So you're kind of close to Heath, right?
Yeah, Heath is in New York City, and I'm in New Jersey. I'm on the west coast, west side of New Jersey. I'm about an hour from Manhattan.
Okay. So you guys were getting some of that serious rain, right?
Yeah.
Were you getting any wind with it?
We had wind on Sunday, but it was like gusts of 40 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen wind at 200 miles an hour when I lived in Key West. So 40 miles,
so you.
yeah, so 40 miles an hour is just like somebody going.
Good night, Pappy. Thank you for being here, brother. Yeah. No, like I said, even today I came home and I was eating my In-N-Out delicious dinner. And I sat down and I was watching some of the news and some of the stuff that was coming out of Florida now. I mean, it's just recovery, and it's just sad. I mean, it really, really is. I mean, the pictures that you're seeing, it's just horrible.
Well, they're very lucky that it diminished as it went over the state, because if it would have been like that, was only a Category 4 hurricane.
Yeah.
And and Category 4s are up to 170 miles an hour winds.
Yeah.
And that's devastating when you get over 100-mile-an-hour winds. So
yeah,
the trees come down.
Oh yeah.
Roofs come off. Shingles come off.
You know, like I say, after seeing what I've seen in some of the states, even some of the middle states, I'll take a California earthquake over that any day. Any day, I'll take a California earthquake.
Yeah, because it's more pinpointed to the destruction.
Right.
A hurricane is more widespread because it's a bigger storm.
Yeah. So Mystic says reminds me a bit of Hurricane Andrew. Yeah. And then Jason says it was 2 miles shy of Category 5. Yeah. And then, well, yeah, believe it or not, we're still waiting for rain. Yeah, we've been the same here, Stephen. I mean, it's horrible. We're not getting any rain.
Well, we'll send it out to you. How's that?
I'm telling you, I wish you guys would. I wish they would send it out that way.
You're gonna have our rain. It's heading that way.
Yeah, didn't Andrews hit over Louisiana? If I'm not,
I think so. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It went south, wasn't it, in Miami and down in Hempstead, Florida? Didn't that hit down that way? That was down to Florida, but that was. I had Katrina, Wilma, Rita, all those big ones.
Good night, Bob. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Bob. Yeah, where I am, we get a lot of the winds.
Now, why is he asking that question? He doesn't pay attention, does he?
Oh, he's just being Heath.
Or is he being sarcastic?
He's being Heath.
He's being Heath. Peyton Taylor says, I never want an earthquake because it will ruin my HO trains. No. Yeah.
It was so will a hurricane.
Yeah. So will a tornado too.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like I said.
Tornadoes are the worst. They're more destructive. I mean.
Yeah, tornadoes are the worst because they're not warning isn't as great. Like earthquake, you might know about it a day or two ahead of time. Be prepared. Hurricanes, a couple of days, at least a week before they come. But tornadoes pop up anywhere, and a lot of
cyclones here.
Tornadoes too.
Yeah. So Heath and Jason are going back and forth.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
so
that's
already had snow already had snow in the mountains here. So David, where exactly are you chatting from?
Yeah, where is here?
Yeah.
You keep that snow there. I'm not ready for snow yet.
So Peyton Taylor says, I will never get tornadoes if tornadoes only had one tornado, but that's never going to happen again because I live in the mountains. I'm in West Virginia. Okay. So Peyton's in West. What are you showing there, Artie?
I'm trying to find my Phillips set screwdriver.
Oh, I thought you were trying to show us something. I would make you big. And then George says, I lost everything inside of it, but insurance agents were coming by writing checks for full price. I lost my man. George, are you kidding? Did you lose your house? Please tell me that's not what you actually are saying.
That's not impossible. I had to rebuild mine in Key West twice. So I know if that's the truth, then I know he's going through.
Yeah, Heath, I was wondering the same thing. He says from Ian or a different one. Yeah. Okay, so David says he's from outside of Denver.
Oh,
cool.
Okay. So that means he's in the Rockies. Okay.
Okay, Andrew. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, George. I was like, my heart dropped. I was like, holy mackerel. I can only imagine. So Thomas from Split Rock says, don't make Artie big, please.
I feel your love there, Thomas. I really do feel the love from you, but it's okay. It's okay.
Well, that's okay.
I
You
got
know
thick
what,
skin,
Artie?
I can handle it.
You look good on you look good on Split Rock's live stream the other night. I was
Thank you.
glued to the whole TV. I was glued to my big screen TV when you came on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you argue with a hairdresser, isn't it? Or the barber. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
She goes, how do you want it? I go, I just want a slight little trim. She goes, righto.
So Artie, what are you working on?
Okay, I'm going to strip this little thing apart and put a.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, Artie. Let's see what you got.
I'm stripping this engine apart. Going to put a decaler in it, and I'm thinking about repainting it into my orange color scheme. So
Okay.
Is it DCC ready, or do you have to do the wiring?
DCC ready. It's already got a chip in it.
Mm-hmm.
She sort of bounced, and she hasn't been running well since. So I'm going to do a bit of operational work on it. Have a look. I know that DCC decoder in it's not the best. It was always playing up, so I'm swapping the decoder out. This one's going into the trash can while what do you call it? Thanks, Corey. Yeah, I'm putting on. It's got a Digitrax decoder in it, so I'm taking that out and putting a TCS non-sound one at the moment. I'm going to redo the lights on it. I'm going to use it as a test work engine on the layout if I get to know how to pull it apart.
Sometimes you have to pinch the shell in.
Yeah, no, this one was a tight fit. There we go. It is DC. It's already, as I said, it's already got a chip in it. So just an awkward. I don't know why she's having such a hard time. Yeah, I'm going to be. I think I'll repaint it. Yeah, she's already got the chip inside it, so. And it's given me nothing but trouble, particularly since she fell.
Just drop it on the floor. Really.
Heath, it's already bounced off the floor. Yes, Corey, we did have a Alco here in Australian division. It was actually built by Goodwin under license. They made a few Alco diesels. Let me just dig up a couple up, and I'll show you the ones that they did. There were a couple at the Streamliner event on the weekend. I'll bring two that I can get my hands on too. Actually, I've got three here.
Oh, me, oh my.
Okay, where did the other one go?
All right. Go ahead, guys. Chat it up because I'm just putting up the links, the comments up into the picture, so everybody gets really nice play on the live stream.
Okay, so what they've done was This one was the last one they built, the old 80 class.
That's
That
pretty
was the
cool,
last
Artie.
of the,
It's pretty cool
Yeah.
looking.
yeah. They double-ended because they alleviated a lot of the turntables in the rural areas of Australia while within my state. So, and particularly when they were used on passenger service into Sydney, instead of taking them out through the yard and travel about 5-10 k's to turn around on the turntable, they just run these engines around and hook it up to the front of the passenger train. And we just made it easier and quicker. That was the last one they did.
Is that your color scheme for your railroad?
That's one area. This color scheme lasted up to the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. It's Tuscan in yellow.
Mm.
Now there is another version which is a reverse. I'll show you the reverse color scheme. That's the reverse is color scheme that they had.
More yellow.
They got the more yellow on the front. And the reason behind the yellow is when it was out in the country, they were a lot easier to be seen as they were coming to the railroad crossing, the unmanned railroad crossings.
Mm-hmm.
They were generally on the heavy freights. Then we have these little ones. These little Alcos. Believe it or not, these ones are still running in the system. Just basically doing weak traffic on branch lines. There was something like 165. Yeah, it was 165 of these made. And this color scheme basically started in the late 60s, early 80s, late 50s, early 60s. This color scheme started, and they lasted into the 90s. I'll have to dig the other one out, and then we have. I don't have one on the layout. I've got to dig the other one out and pack most of the stuff away. Hang on.
We're not going anywhere, Artie. So, Dave, did you figure out your layout?
No.
No. Okay.
If
Still
work
working
could
on
gi- yeah, if work could give me time off, so I could. Yeah, then I'd probably work on it.
Yeah.
We've been so overly. They're back.
Yeah. Jason was on top of it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, I think I've got everybody in there. I try to catch everybody that comes in to make them a moderator. That way everybody's equal here. And also what I wanted to say as a viewer, just as a viewer of people's channels, their live streams. Believe it or not, when people go back or when people are in a live stream, when the host brings up your comment on screen, that is another way of people seeing your channel, your name, your channel up there. So I try to do that as much as possible, to bring people's, because I do get a lot of people who watch my live stream after, and believe it or not, people will see your name in a live stream, and it's a good form of what's the word I'm looking for? Advertisement for your channel. So I try to bring everybody's name up here as much as possible. So, if somebody was just wondering,
Then we got this flag Alco here, which was the first This was basically the first.
Hey, Drew, do model trains, but I like hiding. Sorry, Artie.
Hey, Drew, how are you? This was a streamlined version of the Alco, and they were basically beefed up horsepower of one of these.
Okay.
This one was roughly about 900 to 1,000 horsepower. This one was 1,800 horsepower.
Okay.
And it hauled anything from express freight, express passengers like the Indian Pacific or whatnot. Good workhorse, and they're still being used today by private operators. And this is my favourite one out of them all. And it's double-ended driving as well. Same setup. So it didn't need a turntable, have an end of a line to spin the cab around. Yeah, this is my favourite. This is my favourite out of them all. So yeah, that's the Alcos that we had made by a company called Goodwin in Sydney.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can take me down now if you want. That's it.
Okay. Hey, White Wall Wheels. Good evening. So Daryl, when everyone is a mod, we can all see their channel. The 3 dots on the right hand side of the screen lets you go straight to their channel. Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was not the inventor of that. I saw that on Anthony Dodge's channel where he said the same thing. So I decided to take that and do the same thing because it gives everybody a chance. And if just in case everybody didn't know that, what Whitewall just said, if you want to subscribe to somebody that's here, and I highly recommend everybody checking everybody's channel out, because again, I'm going to say we are a very small community. The same people show up, the same live streams. I've had a few new people in the live stream tonight, but I make everybody blue because I want everybody to maybe look at everybody else's channel and subscribe on their own. So that's why I do it. So I give credit due where credit is. Anthony Dodge does that on his channel.
Now, did you check out Sidetrack Sunday scheduling thing?
Yeah.
Okay, now comes the fun part.
Okay, Jason said, but not everybody here is a mod. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, here. Drew Dudes, you are going to be a mod as well. Thank you, Jason, for telling me. The only way I know if they're a mod is on my phone. So maybe I should go back a little bit and see who. I think I got everybody. I just made Drew do. I can't make Chat 69 XYZ one because Jason, you deleted them. I thought I made Peyton Taylor one. Okay, now Peyton Taylor, you are a mod as well. Yeah, so in any case.
Split Rock isn't.
Split Rock is one on my phone.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Really?
Oh, you might. Oh, that's it. That's the end of your channel, buddy. That's the end of your channel.
I don't see him blue on my chat.
I see him below on mine.
That's good. Yeah, and like I said, I want this to be about community, about everybody helping each other out. And like I said, I saw that on Anthony Dodge's channel. I thought, that's a really cool idea. And that way everybody, all you have to do is click on their channel, a billboard will come up, and you can pick and choose what you want to do. But the best option is go to their channel. And you can go to their channel right there in chat. You can hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and then it'll bring you right back here in chat. You don't leave the chat, and that's what's nice about it.
Right.
You're not kicked out. So yeah, well, yeah, they're okay. Well, Dave from DES Media, he knows very well about what Split Rock just said. Now I have the power to put Human City Junction in timeout.
Yes, I do know that very well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's,
Dave,
that's
Dave,
not going to happen.
You know
That's
what,
not
Dave?
what
We're
happened.
seeing the same characteristics when you were on that late night. There was dares going on, and then before you knew it, Sparky timed me out, and of course I told Sparky, "Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, do it." And he hesitated, but he did it. And then all of a sudden, yeah, it was just Dave. I'll never forget that night. I will never forget that night. It was a really good time.
Yes, it was.
Artie blue, you blue. I made you a mod.
Yeah, I'm blue.
Yeah, I
Blue.
just think it's a nice way. I just think it's a nice way for people to join people's channels while you're in the chat. And
Yeah.
you know, so I am going to do this next time. I have a contest. I will say go, and everyone will put each other in timeout. Whoever is left will win the. Actually, Thomas, that's an actually pretty good idea.
But if you do it too often, you're gonna mess somebody up.
Oh, that's true, though, Heath. You know what? You know what? You're right. A mod cannot time another mod out. Oh, that is correct. Okay, so did you hear? I'm sure you saw that, Thomas. So, yeah. Thank you, Heath. Oh, okay. Only Derailed Daryl can time out a mod. Oh, okay. That's good. And that's good to know. You know, I put True Dudes as a moderator. Maybe he hasn't commented yet. I think that's what it is. Yeah, no, Drew Dudes is a moderator. As soon as he comments, it'll be upgraded. So so he says I really wish YouTube did not take away the go to channel feature. It used to be everyone had that option. Yeah, I wasn't in YouTube when that was going on. Like I said, I just saw this on Anthony Dodge's channel, and I thought it was a great way for people to go ahead, select, and watch their channel, do what they need to do, give them love, get on their bus, and come right back into chat. So
Okay, I got a question for everybody.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever put a tool down and not been able to locate it again?
Oh, yes.
How about every day?
Okay, who got my tweezers?
Who put my screwdriver in the wrong place?
Oh, those screwdrivers here, they go walkabouts all the time.
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Hey,
Artie.
tweezers here.
What did you say?
I said I have screwdrivers go walkabouts all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh, we all
Especially-
experience that. I mean, I experience. I'm working on something. I set it down, and the minute I look away and I look back, it's gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, grows legs and walks away.
Oh wow.
Right,
Thank you guys.
there's that.
Yeah, my moderators are good. They're right on top of it. Thank you, Trackside Mike and Jason. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, your mine's
they're loving it.
better than mine. What's going on with animals?
Yeah, they're loving me tonight.
Yeah, we'll see that.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what Rick. This is what Rick says. Rick. I'm sure everybody saw it, but yeah, my basement monsters take stuff all the time. That's pretty funny. That's pretty cool. I like that basement monster. Yeah. No lie. I mean, I know we all have the same problem. I mean, I lay it down. It's I knew exactly where I laid it down. When I need it the most, it's gone. So
It's going to be interesting to paint this.
Thomas says, go buy another one, Artie. Then when you get home, you'll put it right next to you. The one
Yeah.
you lost.
Yeah.
That always happens. When I'm trying to pour the glass and pull this shell apart so I can paint it, I tell you what, it's not an easy job. It doesn't want to pull apart. I noticed that with the old Atlas engines. They're not a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you know what, Heath, you're absolutely right. Here's the thing. Number one, I don't know how, or maybe I haven't learned how. Number two, I kind of have thoughts about that because it keeps new people from coming in, or people who are looking, who, you know, I mean, there's rights and wrongs to it, but you're absolutely right, Heath. You're absolutely right.
But a lot of these scammers and whatnot, the bots and whatnot, they're becoming more.
So John says,
brave.
I just got a new fiberglass pen set today because I lost the old ones. I hear you on that. Yeah, no, I mean, just like you said, the basement monster.
Yeah. Well, for those that have been watching my live streams, you guys have been knowing I've been having issues with my internet connection. Well, we had an interesting development since Thursday here. I was talking to my internet provider, trying to sort out why I'm getting all these dropouts. And as we were having a chat, as we were discussing it over the phone, my internet drops out again. And it also showed on the other end as the technician's looking at it, and he's going, well, this shouldn't be happening. Did you do something to your modem? And I go, no. Well, to cut a long story short, they actually found that somebody somehow is or has been tapping into the internet system, into the lines. And
Okay.
it was one of the NBN technicians that have been going in there. They got to know what they're doing. They're fitting in these new optical fiber cables, and what these people have been doing, they've been tapping into random houses. And they've been basically using that IP. Well, I don't know how it all works, but they've been tapping it into the system, so it'd be a lot harder to find the person that was been hacking into your system. So they're really getting smart in the way they're doing things at the moment.
Yeah. Peyton. Okay. There is a couple guys here in the chat. I'm going to read it. This is from, I'm sure they all saw it. Peyton Taylor says, Daryl, can you help me fix my GG1 fix? Anybody here? I mean, I'm not good at mechanics. So there's a couple guys in here. Jason, the train freak, Heath from Human City Junction here. Those guys are really good on train stuff. Any one of you guys want to put a comment in there for Peyton Taylor? So I know Heath likes GG1, so
yeah, well, Steve, my neighbour is actually taking internet from me, and it's all right. I'll give her permission every now and then. But David Z, yes, I do have a firewall, but the thing is, the way the system is working here is the system would just drop out. The provider system would just go, nah, we're shutting down. We're not going to let you get the internet. So there is a protection in there in place. Nothing got pirated on my end, so I'm lucky on that set. But I just couldn't use the internet.
Okay, Mystic. Thank you, brother, for being in here.
Thanks,
Appreciate
buddy.
it.
Hi, Mystic.
All right, so I'm just about finished stripping this thing apart.
What do you want?
So Peyton says, don't let me see here, and I will tell you what kind of GG1 it is. Yeah, there's another channel right there. Split Rock says.
Oh, that went blind. Didn't need that one.
Corey says Peyton SMT Mainlines channel does a lot of local repair and maintenance. Split Rock says, yeah, I'm sure SMT channel has at least 3 videos on how to fix a GG1.
But he didn't say what was wrong with it. I mean,
yeah. He says it's a what does he say? It says a pen line. Pen line G. I'm sure that's just the locals, the Class 1 railroad's name. So yeah. Sorry, Peyton. I'm not a train fixer kind of guy, but like I said, there's a lot of guys here in the community can direct you the right direction.
Okay, I suppose I could wash this one up and get ready for painting.
Oh.
So, so who made the GG1 and what is the issue? And then David Z to G says, yes, Split Rock Harrison has a lot of videos on how to fix almost any older locomotive. Okay, Penline is a manufacturer. Oh, okay. So it's not a Tyco, it's not a Athearns. I got it. David Z to G, I wish Harrison had a video on how to fix my Chevy Impala.
What model is it?
There
what
you
model
go,
is your
Peyton.
Impala? Yeah.
So Peyton, if you're looking in the screen, Thomas from Split Rock says fixing a Penline GG1. There is the link. So what you do is you go on and you just tap that link, and then you subscribe to it, and then you can go back to it, and maybe you can go from there. So beautiful. That's good. And then also Corey says, Peyton, your local hobby store might have a few customers that are gurus when it comes to that. Yeah, and that's another great idea. Dave, who is that?
Who's what?
Whose tail is that?
This.
Yeah.
This is my. Come here. This is him.
Oh, wow. What's his name?
His name is Jack.
Hey, Jack. Cool.
He's my bud.
Yeah. I have one. It's all black. Yellow eyes. Princess.
Yeah, he's got green. He's got blue eyes.
Princess doesn't get out in the garage, does it?
No. She's been a house cat. Yeah, no, she's a total house cat. Gosh, she's going on 14, 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So Split Rock, how did you find that so fast? Are you a computer guru? Okay, so Peyton says, it's fine. It's just a motor. I won't like turn the flywheel very good and all that. It's
Back in
got a
2
little
minutes.
drive shaft. Yeah. What did Arnie say?
He said, "Be right back."
Oh, okay.
Maybe it just needs to be oiled.
Yeah, that could be too. Well, since Artie's not here, Artie, are you drinking coffee out of the wrong mug? Yep. So Thomas, what else you've been working on? Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, I've been converting some DC engines to DCC, and I got a couple of decoders on order because
Okay.
the two engines I'm working on are real small switchers, and I needed a real small decoder, and I found them on a site, and they're DZ123s. I don't need no sound in these things, but just need to get them on the DCC system. So they're coming maybe tomorrow, the decoders. So it's funny though, when you open up the shell on an engine and then you're expecting to see a couple of wires and you only see like 2 wires, and you go, okay, I need 4 wires on a decoder, right? You need 2 for the motor and then 1 for each truck pickup. And so I looked it over and I said, okay, these 2 wires come from the truck, but they went right to the motor when it was DCC side. So I just unsoldered those 2 wires, and I'm going to put the gray and the orange wire. I think that's the right ones for the decoder to go to the motor, and then the 2 truck wires go onto the 2 truck wires on the decoder.
Yeah.
And then that should work. So I got to see. Then hooking up the light is easy. I just have to take out the old bulb and put in an LED so that I have to put inside the engine. So
Okay, Stormy Rel. I'm sorry, Thomas. Okay, Stormy Rel. Hey, John 2618. Good evening. Peyton Taylor. Okay, so this is a common thing with very big channels, and you've come into the right community to help you out, and there's a lot of people here who've kind of reached out. Peyton Taylor says, my pappy gave it to me, and he said it didn't run, but the motor turns, and I don't have any oil. So I'll ask SMT. I'm asking before, but he ignored me. But so, yeah. So you've come to the right community. There's a lot of guys in here. You know that we're talking to you. I'm putting you and your channel name on live stream, and you've got a lot of good guys in here that already kind of gave you some help on that. So I'm sorry to hear that about SMT, but like I said, we're a really good community of people, and hopefully you can get your problem solved. And if not, you can reach out to any one of these guys, and or you can reach out to me again, or come on the next live stream and see if we can't get this fixed out for you. So
I would suggest just taking the engine to your local hobby shop and then letting them pick out the right oil for your engine, and then that might help.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, so good evening, John 2618. What's going on, my friend? So, I'm going to go ahead and put this up one more time. And I'm going to put a link in just in case anybody else wants to come up. So there it is.
Artie didn't get arrested, did he?
I don't think so. So I put another link up there if anybody wanted to grab it, just for the heck of it. So John says, I'm just getting home from work. So Jason put up here, sorry, Jason put up here, Peyton, if the axle gears are cracked, it will spin around the axle and not move. Okay, that's a great, here you go. So, so Rick's Rail says, cool, it'll go by me on the way. You know what, did I miss something? I must have missed something. Oh, okay. I think I thought I put that one. Rick's Railroad is supposed to leave Bar Yard to North Baltimore, then Columbus, then Detroit. Okay. And again, please, everybody, you know, Stormy Sky Rail Productions, like I said, get great videos, really super clean videos. And he just needs some help on getting his watch hours up. So again, please hit his playlist, watch his videos, you know, help him out, get to that 4,000 watch hour. And that way he can become, he can start making a little bit of money. Hey, Randall.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Randall.
What's happening?
Well, we were just going to ask you the same thing. What's happening?
Well, I am at a place called Grace, Arkansas. In fact, we got trains going by just right now. So let me see if I can show you here where I'm at. Give me just a second. Whoops. So
there we go again. Thank you, Trackside Mike. Peyton, go to They Make It Like That channel tomorrow night. I will get the guys to get a hold of Harrison. There you go. So see, there you go, Peyton. I mean, we're a small community, but we're a big community of people who've got open arms and big hearts to help one another. So you've come to the right place. And thank you, Trackside Mike. I really appreciate that. Hey, listen, guys, can one of you guys hold the fort down just for a minute or two? Because
I don't know if you can see her or not, Daryl, but we got the camera up now. So.
Oh, okay, cool. I just got a couple of minutes. I got to leave. Can you guys take care of the chat while I'm gone?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
What are we looking at, Randall?
Well, you are looking essentially northbound. There's a train sitting right in front of me, and there's a stack train going by it. That's going to put it. Oh, somebody's alive out there.
No defect. Repeat, no defect. Axle 5 behind.
Okay, well, there's another coal train then somewhere, but you're essentially looking northbound. This stack train that's just now stopped is going to pull a locomotive off of this coal load that's sitting in front of me. So it's maybe kind of hard to see, but there's actually two trains sitting here. It's been a pretty crazy week. Things got real busy real quick. The past, well, really, I'd say week and a half, but they've been really running the trains lately here. Yeah, David ZG just said a defect detector. Yeah. No, Heath, they actually got good reports, no defects. So I think it said 598 axles for that coal train. So that's, if I had to guess, that's probably one of the new Madrid trains that's running here. So they're just a tad bit longer than the ones we usually have that runs on the Thayer sub. So they're actually just having me hang out for a little bit, make sure everything's good. So
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Who? Okay, sorry about that. I had to take out for just a minute. All right, here we go.
Yeah, split rock. The detectors, almost all the
Oh,
detectors
jeez.
here on the
So I-
Sarasota give an axle count.
Hey, Jason.
And
What's going on, guys?
oh, hey, Jason.
Yeah, I had to go use the men's room. That's what happened. Sorry to keep you guys waiting, but I figured there was enough guys in here to keep everybody busy on the chat. So, but in any case, what's up, Jason?
Not much. Got a little bored in the chat since someone hid my chat lady friend that I was hitting on, you know. But
Oh,
I decided to come in here and see what y'all are up to.
well, you come to the right place, Jason, because we are all a big, small community helping one and each other out. And I hope Peyton gets his.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope Peyton gets his stuff taken care of. So that's really cool. I'm glad that everybody was. All right, Heath.
Sir.
I need to run out as well. I have an early appointment tomorrow. Heath, thank you for coming in. Thank you very much. And then we've got. Of course, I did. Yes, I did. So Jason, what are you working on? You wanna show us anything you might be working on?
It's in the other room.
Okay. I heard you built something.
I've been working on graphs on.
You're cutting out there, buddy.
And my Wi-Fi might be acting up.
Yeah, you were cutting out there. I didn't really hear what you were saying.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that train's got some empty spine cars in it.
You got something going by there?
Yeah, there's a stack train going by, and there's a coal train sitting right in front of me. This
let me see.
This stack train's going to yank a locomotive off the rear, one of the rear DPs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see the reflectors. Can't really see much of anything else, but I can see the reflectors.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of light here, Dre. So
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back down.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what is John 26:18 up to? I did drop a link down in there, and Jason grabbed it. Okay, here's Jason again. All right, there you go, Jason.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like Jared on the old.
I'll turn that camera back around on me because you can't hardly see anything. So.
Yeah. Right. So let me bring you big there, Jason, so we can see what you're doing.
Yeah, it might help. All right, so it doesn't look like much, but if I get it up close, well, maybe if I get it up close to the camera, I don't know how well y'all can see that. There you go.
Yeah.
So those are actual grab irons and stirrups that I'm putting on myself. So, and then here's the other side.
Cool.
So Split Rock has been helping me. You can make me small again.
Okay.
But Split Rock has been helping me on getting my Golden Spike certificate through the NMRA AP certification courses and whatnot. And so this is one of the things that I'm having to do is detail 6 cars. And so this was a car that had the molded on grab irons. It's an old Athearn blue box. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm at a holding point because my drill bit that I was using to drill out the holes for the stirrups broke. So now I need to go back to the hobby shop and get more drill bits.
Okay.
Yeah, those real thin, small drill bits, you can't put a lot of pressure on because they'll bend really.
Oh, no. Not at all.
I've got some here for you, Jason.
I
I've
can't
got
see
some
what
here
that
for you.
is.
Here, let me bring Artie up big. Artie, hold on. Hold on, Artie.
Oh, no, they're smaller than that, Artie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there are some
There.
broken ones.
Aren't they like
There are some-
number 80 drill bits or something like that, Jason?
I'm Googling it right now. Number 80 drill bit size is a 0.014 inch or 0.3429 millimeter. That's a number 80.
These ones start from 0.3 millimeter.
Okay, so yeah, roughly the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Mill Valley subdivision. Yeah. He says, I assume that link works on mobile, correct, Earl? Yes, it does. Yeah. You just gotta mute. You just gotta mute YouTube. So you can comment. You can try it, and let's see if it. If you want me to put another link up in there, I will, unless you missed it. But yeah, absolutely. So Jason, did you not build a switch?
Yeah, I built one of them too. You want me to grab it?
Yeah, go grab it.
It's right here. My solder pieces look like junk. But there you go. It's a number 5. And I used scale lumber on the for the ties. It's so it's the Fast Tracks Jig number 5 turnout, micro engineering rail, and then, the ties are from Kapler Lumber Company, which is out of Washington. They don't use basswood; they use sugar pine, which is less prone to warping, and that's what I was told by a local guy who does this in scale. So he's working on becoming a master modeler as well, and he's way farther than I am. So that's what he told me to go and get, and that's what I went and got. So there you have it.
The High Plains Drifter. Good evening, Jason. That looks really, really good. It really does. And that's your first Fast Tracks build.
Yeah, my very first one. And some of my ties are starting to come unglued. I don't think I got enough plyo on there, but yeah, I can tell where there's not enough plyo on the rail. So, but that happens.
So we have got Jake from Mill Valley Subdivision. Welcome.
How you doing, guys?
Howdy, howdy.
Good. How are you?
I'm
Figured
glad
I'd
you
show
made
my
it.
face for once. It's not very exciting, but
Well, you know what? This is what the platform is for. It's for let me take the let me take the comment out so we can make everybody a little bigger. And no, I mean you know what? That's what the platform's for. And even so, is this your actually first time?
on camera, not in the chat. But
Oh, okay. Well, good. Did you wanna show us something? You want to show us your layout, what you're doing?
yeah, I'm working on a little bit of a project.
Okay, let me make you big, and
Okay.
that way everybody can see who you are and what you're working on.
All right. Is there a way to flip the camera on mobile? I don't.
Yes, there is. If you go to more
Okay.
and go to settings,
Yeah.
and then go to camera
Okay.
and change it from facing front to facing back.
All right.
And then there you go.
There we are. All righty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So on my channel, I've been working on an automobile industry, and just wanted to kind of share it with you guys if you haven't seen it before. We have a video that went up tonight, but that video does not include the current stage that it's in. So you're getting a behind the scenes view of what I got going on here so far.
Okay, cool.
Oh, cool.
How much fuel did you find out those middle units open?
So
Now,
now,
what's that you've got
Jake,
there?
is that what I'm looking at? Those buildings are made out of wood?
They are not. They're actually yard sign material.
Oh, really?
Yep. You get it. I got about $10 at Lowe's. You can get a 2 foot by 3 foot piece.
Uh-huh.
And just kind of cut it up. It's a little cheaper than styrene.
How much on that? At 3,800. Yeah.
Very cool.
So what's that supposed to represent?
A car manufacturing facility.
So they're making
Okay.
auto parts.
So auto parts will come in here with the box cars, and then other sides, kind of hard to see, but I got
Okay,
auto
there we
parts
go.
over on that side there.
So Trackside Mike said, I watched that tonight. Great build, he said.
So
Thank you. Appreciate it. So in that video, this part here, I did not show yet, but I made a logo for it.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of a little entrance here I'm working on, just all the small details slowly.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah.
Now, I can't remember your N scale?
HO.
HO, okay. All
Yep.
right.
Yep.
So how big is the building?
This part here is 3 feet long by a foot. That over there is 2 feet by a foot. And then you got a little 10-inch piece here in between. So just to give context, this is a 4x8 sheet of plywood, and it takes up, pretty much a whole half of it.
Yeah, that's pretty massive.
Yeah.
So
But-
Derek Alexander says, Jake, give us some particulars: scale, size of room, size of layout, DC or DCC. So you have the floor, Jake.
All righty, appreciate it. HO scale. I am DC only. I'm very basic on electrical. Layout size, I guess I can kind of pan a little bit. It's a mess down here, but
That's okay.
it
Trust me.
is. It's 120 feet roughly of double track main. So the it's in my basement, and it's the longest point this way is 38 feet,
Oh,
and
wow.
then width where I'm standing is 23 feet. And then up that way, it narrows out to about 11 and a half. So kind of an L-shaped deal.
Right. That's a really good size layout.
It is. It is. Kind of started out right here with just 2 4x8 sheets of plywood, one going this way, one going that way. And my son and I, we just fell in love with it and have expanded from there.
Okay, Artie, I heard you.
So, yeah.
Dave, good night, Dave. Or Dave, yeah. Or Dave just maybe just stepped out for a minute. Sorry about that, Jake.
No problem.
So, are you doing any like specific era, specific railroad? Like, give us a story of what you got going on.
Sure. I change a little bit, but I try to stick to late 70s, early 80s. Being so that I love Penn Central and I love Conrail, kind of that transition era of the late 70s. Just really enjoy the motive power because it was so diverse with all the mergers at the time. And I'm originally from southwestern Pennsylvania, so those railroads were pretty prominent in that area. So I don't stick to that perfectly, but I try to.
Also, we see trains running. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, got a little action.
That's right.
Yeah. Right on. So Split Rock says, how do you find that sign material to, or it says, how do you find that sign material to paint? Do you use a primer?
I did not. I just used a spray paint, rattle can.
Okay.
And so the sign material comes a really stark white, and I just kind of use, I forget the name of it now. I think it was like heirloom white or something like that. I think I did 2 coats, and because it was eventually getting weathered and I wanted to look a little worn, I didn't really go too crazy on making sure it was perfect. So
Right.
pretty easy to work with, I think.
Yeah, no, it looks really, really good.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, and you even got trains running. So, I mean, can you kind of take us along the layout just
Sure.
a little bit so we can kind of get a better view of what's going
Sure.
on?
Sure.
Nice
Let-
washing machines. I have those too.
which I do have a layout tour video, but just so if you guys haven't noticed, my bench works low because it goes behind.
Right.
That's just for my kiddos, so it's headlight for them. So head height, I should say.
Uh-huh.
This makes it easier. So
Okay.
I guess we can follow this guy here.
Okay.
Ish.
Wow, that looks really, really good. Yeah, I've watched a few of your videos, and because I just recently subbed to you, so I caught you in one of the chats. So
Yeah, dude, I don't have no Fred up here, so hopefully we'll back to
don't worry, that's just Randall.
Yeah, I'm hearing stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of radio chatter going on.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine, Randall. We're following Jake's train.
So this is the town of Howard. It's named after my late grandfather.
That's cool.
And it's loosely modeled off of Dawson, Pennsylvania, which is close to where he lived. His house would be in the background somewhere, but I couldn't model that. And the reason, he's probably the reason I'm in the trains, because he worked on the railroad for 39 years on the Pittsburgh and Lake Erie.
Oh.
So kind of probably why my family and I love trains so much.
Yeah.
Kind of goes through a little tunnel here.
Yeah.
Past my waste pipe, which is, very well hidden.
Well, we have an engineer here in the chat. That's Thomas from Split Rock. So,
Cool.
And if you haven't subscribed to Thomas, Thomas' channel and everybody else's channel, the guys who are up here, Jason the Train Freak, Artie from Aussie America, Thomas Grassi, Randall Ellison. These are all great people, and everybody here in the chat as well. That's why I made everybody blue moderators. All right, I'm gonna.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Thomas and the podcast he and those guys do.
Oh, okay. Then you know Thomas very well. Good.
Yeah, love listening to those guys.
Okay.
So
Very good.
Yeah, this is just the town of Woodruff. I mean, I've named different towns. None of them are prototypical.
Yeah.
But they're loosely based off places in my life.
Okay.
But I just kind of name them different names so that, I don't have to be prototypical with it.
Right. Exactly. That's like my modern layout. It's not prototypical. It's just, I just have fun. That's it.
Gotcha.
Wow, that's cool.
Me peek there.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm glad you're showing that. No, because honestly, because we all do it. All of us. We find ways to maneuver the trains around.
Right. This is under construction. I'm looking for inspiration here, so we'll see. Probably the most unfinished part to this point.
Well, a layout is never finished, right, guys?
Oh yeah.
Amen.
No.
No, a layout's never finished.
And if it is finished, then all you do is tear it out to build a new one.
Right?
Yep. Or you move to a new house and do it again.
Yeah. Very, very cool. All right.
Yep. So I think here I love coal trains, so I might expand like a coal operations here. which I didn't really mention this. This is a shelving unit that I stole from my wife. I took a shelf. Just kind of had it before using what I have.
Wow. But I think what was, what I see in your layout is you're doing now. How long have you been working on this layout?
About 2 years. The first 9-ish months, it was just the 4x8 sheets of plywood that it's currently heading on right here. And then right about where that head engine is heading up, it would curve back around the scenic divider here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a failed attempt by me to make the layout feel bigger when I wanted it to be bigger than it was. So that didn't work for long.
Okay, so we have a question. The
Yep.
High Plains Drifter asks, what kind of track? Easy track, code 100, or what type of track?
I mean, this is a no judgment zone, right?
No, absolutely not, Jake. Absolutely not.
I use Bachmann Easy Track for the whole thing.
Really?
Yep.
I did not see that.
Yeah,
you had that very well.
Yeah.
The ballasting helps. I mean, it really. I mean, I'm not, only been doing this for a couple of years, but I mean, the ballasting can really make it look a lot better.
Wow.
Than plastic track.
That looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. Right, Randall? Yeah, right, Jason? I mean, unbelievable. You would not know that was Bachmann Easy Track. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with using that. There's nothing wrong with using that.
Yeah.
That in fact looks a lot like the ballast that I'm sitting next to underneath these tracks here.
Yeah.
At Dre's. So
I appreciate that. So, yeah, I mean, I just used it because I had it. I used it as a, growing up from train sets and whatnot. And I figured, I don't think I would really excel at laying track and bending curves. So I just skipped it and went this route. The one thing I'll say is if I owned an airbrush, I would love to have painted the rails and the ties. And I think that's something I do kind of regret, but maybe in the future.
Well, you can always take a marker or some kind of pen, right, guys? Can anybody recommend just going along the rail?
Woodland Scenic has a paint marker. That's a rust color.
You can also buy what they call detailing paintbrushes.
Okay.
They're a lot finer tipped, and I use airbrush paint with detailing paintbrushes to paint the sides of my rail at times, especially if I've already got scenery down, because I don't want the overspray of the airbrush, damaging scenery. And of course, I don't want to stick tape to it as well, because that can damage it as well. And then I just use a brush and paint my ties with just a regular paintbrush.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, there's Jake. There's a lot of people saying in here. Yeah, I mean, you can use. I'm getting to them. The most impressive thing, especially what Thomas says. I mean, he says, "Derail." I agree. That does not look like Easy Track. No, it doesn't. I mean, you've done such a wonderful job on just hiding what you actually have underneath there.
Right. I appreciate that, guy. That means a lot.
Yeah. I mean, Trackside Mike says, looks awesome. Great job, Jake. Split Rock also says, use an oil marker to paint the rails. I've done that too.
Okay.
High Plains Drifter says, I'm debating on what kind of track to use as my hands do not work that good, have difficulty with small pieces. And you know what, the High Plains, there you go. Here's a layout that was done with Bachmann Easy Track. And I mean, is what I'm seeing, I don't see his trains jerking. I don't see him stalling. I see smooth operation. That's exactly what I see.
Yeah, they run nice, I gotta say. And you guys were talking about track cleaning a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks. And I mean, I just run track cleaning cars and spot clean. I don't have any issues with it. Now, I will say, going over to an unballasted area, their crossovers and turnouts are not the best. You definitely have to fiddle with them a little bit.
Okay.
With derailments and stuff. I have had some issues with that, but it's nothing that a file won't fix. So.
Well, here's another comment. Wigwag, Steven is his name. Boomer shows you how to use an airbrush in this situation. There is a lot of ways to do this. But for me, especially what Jason said and what Thomas from Split Rock says, in those situations, I've used pens or just a paintbrush. You know, it's tedious, but Jake, what I see, you've done just a phenomenal job. I mean, it looks really good.
I mean, if you're a professional or spent several hundred hours using an airbrush, then by all means go the airbrush route. But since you've already got it ballasted,
yeah,
I personally wouldn't feel comfortable using an airbrush.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree with that. So Split Rock says, what is the radius of the curves? Now, since they're easy track, what radiuses are you using for easy track?
Good question. Anywhere that I can, it's the biggest they offer. The outside main is the 35 and a half or a quarter, whatever it is, and the inside is 33. Yeah, they make it up to that. So, you know, this corner, pretty much any corner I can, I use those. Now, the narrow portions, I go down to 26.
Okay.
I did, you know, on the old part of the layout, I had spots that had 22s and 18s, and I ripped those out, you know, just for performance. I used to have a main line go here, curve up this way, and then back around. But decided to rip that out instead and add a little operation feature to it. But yeah, 35 and 33.
Cool. Now, again, I maybe I wasn't here. Is it DC or DCC?
DC.
DC.
And I mean, literally, I don't know if you'll see, you're talking train set power packs. That's it.
It's fine.
Right. Just with, you know, each line has its set of bus wires and that's it.
Yeah, no, okay, Jake, you know what? Your layout's like my layout. I just exactly like my layout. The reason why some of these guys are going to be laughing because they're just they're like Jason and Thomas. I mean, these guys are electronic dudes, and I mean they got every gizmo and gadgets, and you know it's just funny because here's a fine example, guys, of why. Look, you've seen my train runs. I just turned them off. They've been running for almost 3 hours straight. Not a glitch. Right. And literally, it's just got a couple wires going everywhere, and that's it. So, Jake, I mean, you know, welcome to the club, my friend.
Right. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, electrical, you start talking, like I try to watch videos on it, and my head just spins and my brain fries. Like, I forget it. Give me some scenery to do or something.
Well, and something else, you know, to give you major props on, your track work is only going to be as good as the bench work that it's setting on.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And that's where a lot of people fail, is they do not have good bench work, therefore their track work is not good, and therefore that's when they run into issues. So I have to commend you as well as having excellent bench work, so that way you have excellent track work.
Thank you. Yeah. Working with wood is not something that scares me. So I definitely am more comfortable in that realm. So that.
Yeah, you know, that area right there, Jake, is just amazing. It looks really, really good. I mean,
yeah, I love that fall foliage.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do want to add, not to get into certain products, you know, we don't need to have that discussion if we don't want to, but I love Super Trees.
Whenever you go.
Amen.
And I just want to kind of cover the front of it.
Jason, are you a Super Tree freak?
Yes.
They're awesome, man.
They are. I just can't get my hands on them.
They are hard. Yeah.
Just can't get my hands on them.
I've got 2 boxes, big boxes of armatures.
Okay.
So I was told if you can get your hands on it, you buy it in bulk.
Yep. I agree. I bought a bunch this summer and just did them on the deck outside in the weather. I mean, I love it. That was one of my favorite things to do. Waiting for a train to come through here, but they're might be waiting a few minutes.
Well,
so how many minutes? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. You've got what they call a linear layout, which is a pretty big layout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one you're on, what do you think was the one that's taken?
So I was going to ask, how long does it take for a train to go all the way around?
About 6 minutes, depending on the locomotive. You know, being DC only, I'm not, speed matching and all that kind of speed setting stuff. But usually about 6 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I like to run them slow, though. So
slow is good. So just curious, have you tried to run multiple trains on the same main where you've got, say a train chasing another train?
I have not done that, but I have done multiple units in a consist.
Okay.
Depending on manufacturer, I just, put them on the track a few inches apart and see how they act with each other. But I do know, because they're train set power packs, you run them long with 2 or 3 engines on, and it'll warm up pretty quick. But, someday maybe I'll take the plunge.
Man, all right, I think I got her all up here. Let me know when you guys want to try it. I'm in the bridge here.
We might get lucky and get a meet here.
So, question, Jake. When did you start this layout?
It would have been December of 2020.
Okay. Wow, you've done a lot in a couple of years' time.
Oh yeah.
It's an obsession.
Hello, Makati City Rails and Aviation. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Welcome to Cab Crew Wednesdays live streams. Could you tell us where you're chatting from, if you don't mind? So everybody kind of gets an idea where you're chatting from. Thank you there, Mike. I'm going to post that up. There is Jake's channel. So now bench work. We were talking about that earlier. The thing about bench work, one of my videos I did, it's almost like you have to have a degree in cabinet making or woodworking to actually construct. Here, I'll bring you down small now that don't go nowhere.
All right. You don't need to see my face big. So my wife tells me it's big enough.
No. You've done great. That's what this platform is for. That's what the Cab Crew Wednesdays is about. It's about, bringing people up. But you can also put it on the train layout and you can just talk too. But like with one of my videos I put out, you almost have to have a degree in cabinet making or construction to actually construct, a layout. Like I have a 4.5 foot drop down bridge. That is not an easy task to do. It is not. And I have to consider I'm in a garage and it gets super, super hot in here and it gets super, super cold in here. So I've been lucky with the skills that I have, and I don't have one drop down bridge. I have 2 drop down bridge, and I've been very successful with them. And you've done a very, very good job there, Jake. You really, really have.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. So let me see. Okay, Mike. That's okay. City Rail. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that. So Thomas says, do you live in the Northeast, Jake?
I live in Ohio,
Oh,
Marysville, so it's like northwest of Columbus.
okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I wish. Look, we all can pretty much say everybody. Most of the people come from the East Coast or middle to the East Coast. I'm in Southern California. My layout's in a garage, so yeah, I'm one of very few guys that stream from the West Coast. So, so Wigwag says, I'm in Central Ohio too.
Cool.
Arm's dangerous. Let me know when you're ready to.
And then Derek Alexander. Derek Alexander's been a great guy. I mean, Derek, I'll say it and I'll say it again. Derek was one of my first commenters on my YouTube channel. But Derek Alexander says, Derail Daryl, it's not so much the temps as it is the humidity that warps wood. And exactly. Yeah, no, you're right.
Absolutely.
Already clear. No, not good. Appreciate it, guys.
So, did you get to the Brea train show, Jake?
I did not. I would
Okay.
love to. Just my wife's, she's a nurse, so she works a lot of evenings, and I have the kiddos by myself a lot. So, not yet. But when they're older, they're coming with me.
Cool.
I know exactly how that is. My wife's an RN as well.
Cool. They are doing the Lord's work, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, guys,
So-
I wish I could stay, but I'm going to have to head on out. But Daryl, thank you for allowing me to come up.
Oh, you're very, very welcome, Jason. Thank you for coming up. And I've got about a few more minutes here. Then I'm coming up on 3 hours. And yeah, it's been a very, very good stream. Jason, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next time.
See you, Jason.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, Jason.
Take care.
So, yeah. So, how did you get in? So, Jake, I mean, so how did you start in the YouTube community? Because that's a fairly good question.
Well, I love shooting videos of just run-bys, and I was running out of storage on Google Photos, so I put them on YouTube so my son could watch them because he loves watching train videos, and I thought, why not make my own? And then just kind of started really enjoying it from there.
Uh-huh. Cool.
And because I watch you guys, I watch a lot of guys. I just really think it's a cool community and wanted to, the more I got into it, the more I enjoyed it and
Right.
wanted to get in on it.
So when did you start posting YouTube videos?
March or April, I think. But I did my first real video was the layout tour where I was actually making a video for people to watch. And that was probably, I think, end of July, I believe.
Okay. So you just started YouTubing this year like I did.
Yep.
Yeah. So John, he says, I bought some of your passenger card, Daryl. They derail. Yeah. Yeah. And like Jason was saying earlier, Jake, about your track work and about how flawless machines did move through. It's like with my layout. I mean, I haven't really I didn't run my trains the last live stream and maybe the stream before because it was just way too hot in the garage. Everything was hot. But you know, when you see somebody's trains run and they don't jerk, they don't stall, they don't stop, they don't derail, hence what John just said, it's like what Jason said. You've done a very good job on laying your track. And that is the key thing for anybody and anybody who's starting. Your track work is everything because it's going to dictate on what your trains are doing. You know, I mean, it is so true. And congratulations, you've done a beautiful job, Jake.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, so absolutely, hands down. So, but all right, gentlemen, you know what? It's coming close to that time. I'm probably going to say goodnight to everybody. Anybody who wants to hang out after after I go off live, if you guys want to hang out for a few minutes, we can talk off screen. We won't be live, but you'll be here. So, Mystic Railroad. Yeah, we're still here, Mystic. I was getting ready to sign off. Mystic, I got a question for you, my friend. You did go live, or you did a video, Mystic. One of these times, I would like you to come and join the stream. I would love to have you up on the Cab Crew Wednesdays. Absolutely. So maybe next Wednesday, if you're around, you can come up on the panel and show us what you're working on. I'd really like to see that, John. So, but anyways, okay, guys, chat. Thank you for very much everybody coming in. I appreciate you all for Cab Crew Wednesdays, and good night, everybody. And we will see you in the next stream. Remember, I always need somebody to help me. Okay, so tomorrow is what? Thursday? So that's Jim Tedesco, right?
6 o'clock.
Who else? We got Friday night. We've got Vinny. Oh well, no. Thursday night we also got Go Via, Go Home, and then Friday night is Vinny. Saturday night is Artie, Aussie American Railroad. Sunday night is Sidetrack Sunday, and then you've got Monday night. You've got Tom's Trains and Things, and you got Trackside Mike. They have got a really nice channel. So James Dundas and Trackside Mike, they go on at, well, it's 7 p.m. So, and then you got Tom's and Trains after that. And then Tuesday night is Heath, and Wednesday night is back to Crew Cab Wednesdays. I got to get better at that, guys. Okay, everybody, good night. Guys in the chat, just hang out for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and end broadcast. And wait.